crimes against the Palestinian people. And also, you will be contributing to hold those criminals to account and to advance the cause of justice through accountability. So we are all in this thing together. Now, with regard to the plan, how it is unfolding, we decided in the Arab group through our representative Algeria, of course with the help of the other representatives, Somalia, that we do not accept complacency in the Security Council. The Security Council has a responsibility to maintain international peace and security. And what is happening in Gaza is a threat against international peace and security. So the Security Council has a responsibility to act. Therefore, the meetings that we had last week and the week before, the international community, the Secretary General, the senior officials of the United Nations, led by Mr. Fletcher and others, and the experts that we brought, especially the doctor from San Francisco, who was in Gaza, who shared with the Security Council the details of the crimes in the medical field, were contributions to maximize the pressure in the Security Council to act, not to remain paralyzed. So as a result of all these efforts, things started to move in the Security Council, reached the level of a draft resolution adopted and approved by the E10, the majority, the elected members in the Security Council. And they engaged other members of the Council. My understanding that a member of the E10 took upon itself to engage one country, permanent member, trying to convince them to have a humanitarian resolution, to stop the crime, to allow for humanitarian assistance. In this connection, we support the position of the UN articulated by the SG and Mr. Fletcher that there is no mechanism that can address the needs of the Palestinian people except the UN mechanisms, including UNRWA, which has 400 stations in the Gaza Strip to distribute to the people in the Gaza Strip, not the 3, 4, or 5 stations that were fictitiously established to provide some assistance. And you saw the horrors of when thousands, maybe tens of thousands of Palestinian civilians in the Gaza Strip trying to go to these places, being sniped at, assassinated, terrified, about 1 kilometer away from one of the stations, according to some of your media colleagues who have reported, including a representative of CNN. I was listening to him yesterday reporting from Tel Aviv. He said that there were confirmed reports from humanitarians and others that 1 kilometer away from the place of reaching the humanitarian distribution center, according to the mechanism put in place, not the UN mechanism, and then there were gunned down some Palestinians through snipers and other methods of killing them to horrify them so that they do not even reach this mechanism that they put in place for humanitarian assistance. So the mechanism of the UN is the solid one, is the one that is supported almost by everyone, the Arabs, the Muslims, the Europeans, everyone, because why do you try to find a mechanism when the existing mechanism is a solid one, tested one, proved itself? They have the experience, they have the personnel, they know how to reach the people in all corners of the Gaza Strip and provide humanitarian assistance to them. So we will know in the Security Council at 12 o'clock exactly what the E10 will proceed to do. with the humanitarian draft resolution. And now the Security Council has to act, and the threat or the fear of not succeeding should not deter the Security Council from carrying its responsibility. But of course, the Security Council speaks for itself. We are in contact with all those who are genuinely concerned and outraged. It was not only the Palestinian people who are outraged, as I expressed in my last statement in the Security Council, but I can objectively say the great majority of humanity and nation states are outraged of what is really going on in Gaza, and they want to do something. So that's why we see some elevation and changes of positions from big, important countries in Europe and beyond, such as France, UK, and Canada. Their statement 10 days ago was very clear, very powerful, and very different than previous positions that they have articulated on this issue. That is significant. That is a beginning of turning the corner, and we hope to see more of that. And it is not Israel that will decide the future of the people in the Middle East, especially the Palestinian people. It is us, we, the people, will determine our own future with the support and the help of the great majority of nations. So we will see what happens in the Security Council. In the General Assembly, we are grateful for Spain's initiative to go to the General Assembly with a humanitarian resolution. That position was adopted at the highest level in Spain, led by the Prime Minister.